Welcome everybody to Top Individuals once again. We hope you are enjoying your night, having a good time. Now, obviously, we are here welcomed by Drunken Ginger, our special guest for the episode. Yeah, little claps, little
Got our
claps.
soundboard.
Woo!
Cheers.
There you go.
Cheers.
Um,
What do we
so-
drink tonight, boys, by the way?
Oh, yeah?
Just while we're here. Because I just saw a nice wine pop up there.
Drinking a lovely Adelaide Hills, a local
Adelaide.
Murdoch Hill Chardonnay tonight.
Quality.
Thought I'd
quality.
fancy it up for you boys.
And how does it taste?
Good, actually. I'm not a big wine drinker, and this is very palatable.
Ooh. I'm not big
Oh,
on
big
whites,
words.
but I'm trusting you here.
I can't do reds. Reds give me mad headaches.
Yeah, that's the same. That's what a lot of people are like that.
Yeah, that's what everyone says.
Yeah.
I'm big on reds at the moment.
So you still on the beers or what?
Oh,
Or
of
just,
course. I'm never going to leave the beers.
Never leave the
gonna
beers,
leave
mate.
the
what are you
beers.
drinking these days? What are you drinking? Coopers last time?
I'm drinking a brand called whatever's on special at BWS.
Oh, they're good. They are so good.
no,
Oh,
normally
crisp.
normally a Sahi or a Cooper's Pacific or Cooper's Session.
Oh yeah. Our sessions are good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now
they're very sessionable.
I'm drinking a beer because obviously we've got drunk here, so I kind of have to. So
Is that a fat yak?
that's a little one of those as you do on stream.
What were you
Yeah.
calling it last week? Wild yak or fat yak?
Yeah, this one's a wild yak. This one's a wild yak.
Mm.
You were calling it fat yak.
I was calling it fat yak. They're the same thing. Hello, Mike. Nice to see you again.
And I'm drinking a nice Dilmar cup of tea.
Dilmar tea.
Quality,
Lovely.
quality.
Appealing to the English viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Because we got so many of them.
Hey, we got
You
a
got
couple.
one?
Yeah, we got
we
Mallow there.
two, actually.
Oh yeah, and we got Hudson as well. He's British.
Yeah.
Unreal. No, good. So a bit of quick housekeeping. It's now hosting. Oh, hey, how about that? Thanks, mate. Yeah. So we obviously have Drunk on today as a temporary replacement for Jake, as today he was not able to make it because it's his birthday.
Birthday!
Aw.
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy
Jake.
birthday! Shall we all sing him a happy birthday?
No. If he's listening, all the best to you, mate. I haven't
Yep.
messaged him yet, but
I'm sure he knows that you've been thinking about him all day.
yeah.
I just sent him a
Well, not
video of us
really.
doing karaoke from when we were drunk about a few months back. So
Yeah, I remember at Karakalinga.
yeah, that's it. But yeah,
Well-
so he's off for the moment. We've got Drunk in, which is really good, so we can talk some more
Yeah.
conspiracies. Follow up on
The
last
thing-
week's
yeah.
episode.
Yeah, are we just going straight into it?
Well, first
Or
things
we,
first. I think Ginger had some promo he wanted to quickly do.
Yeah, man. Go for it.
Yeah, my name's Liam. I am the Drunken Ginger. I don't know. What did you want me to do? Just go.
I
through
thought
what
you
my
had
channel is?
we'll go through your channel as well, but I thought you had a
Okay.
little thing you wanted to talk about that you're doing in a couple weeks.
Oh, yes. True. Yeah. So we're working. I'm currently working on a project with another streamer from the US, which is what he's like called the Summer of Saving, where we're going to be raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation.
That's unreal.
We've got some pretty big goals. The goal that he's set quite hesitantly for the entire thing, there's about 10 of us, is 10,000. And I've said to my chat and anyone that would like to contribute, if you guys raise 10,000 through my entry alone, I will shave the entire beard,
Oof.
all of it,
Jesus.
the whole thing. So that's our ultimate stretch goal.
That's insane, bro. I don't think
yeah.
I've ever seen you without a beard.
I'll do that.
That'd be good, mate.
There's nothing here to shave.
Yeah, the
But we're
most
going to be setting some. We're going to be going through after this stream tonight. I'm going to be jumping onto my stream and going through what we can set up as the intermediary goals to kind of reach there.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Nice. And
I
you've
completely
been-
forgot about that. I forgot I told you about that.
And you've been streaming hell late because I keep getting notifications like at midnight and shit. Like you're
Yeah,
streaming.
so that's a Twitch thing.
is that
I have
just
been
Twitch
streaming
now?
pretty late. Normally I'm supposed to start at about 6, but I've been starting around about 8 p.m. these nights. But there's a Twitch issue where sometimes people receive the Twitch notification like
Yeah,
3 to
right.
4 hours after you start streaming.
Do you find there's more viewers later you stream?
You start to run into the US market, so yes. So ideally,
But
when I go,
Australia
Yeah.
is still behind the 8 ball.
well, I mean, you think about it. There's 350 million people in the US, and there's
Yeah,
20 million
yeah.
people in Australia.
But
So
still,
it's a huge.
We're not on the fucking. We just don't know what we're doing around here.
Yeah, that's
We're all too
standard.
busy buying houses.
Too busy buying houses and fucking flat whites. And
I'm telling you, the housing market is going to crash at some point. It's going to be another fucking crash. It's got to be.
For sure, bro.
It's looking like it's going to settle. It's gonna peak, which it's starting to do, and then it's going to settle again, and then there'll be a crash after that.
Yeah,
because
I'm waiting for that crash. I'm just
yep.
waiting. I'm waiting, man, because it's ridiculous.
Me
like
both.
every house I go past, it'll be like for sale for like a week, and then it's just sold. First first thing sold.
Insane.
But
Insane.
what can you do? Like, how can you not buy a house when they're giving out interest rates at like 1 or 2%?
I know, mental.
And
Absolutely
like
mental.
a
You're getting free
deposit of,
money.
like,
Yep.
And a deposit of like 2% of that house. Like,
It's ridiculous.
There's got to be a crash. I'm waiting for it.
Yep.
But
Sounds like a conspiracy, mate.
enough about business.
You know what we always say, mate? If the money's there, we don't care.
If the money's there, we don't care. Now, I do have a conspiracy for us.
All right, mate. Give us an intro.
And let me say, came across this the other night, did a bit of research, and I'm convinced it's bulletproof. It can't, there's nothing that can break it down, I'm telling you.
All right. Whatever you reckon.
Let's get this.
Let me know when you're ready, and I'll switch.
Slideshow ready, yeah. All right. Share screen. There we go.
Go on. Ooh. Let me, Is Finland real?
Is Finland real? Oh,
Now,
I've seen this. I'm excited. I'm pumped. Let's go. I need you to go through this. I'm excited.
For all the Finnish people out there,
Sorry.
don't contest me. Don't contest me. All right.
We all know you're secret agents.
Now, although this map says Finland, it doesn't exist, all right? Just ignore that. I was just giving you reference to what's going on.
All right.
But yeah, is Finland real is my conspiracy.
Bulletproof presentation.
Well, it's not even a theory, it's fact. I'm not calling it a theory.
I love the intro. A bulletproof presentation by Daniel, aka a top individual.
Oh, shit.
There we go.
Does Australia even exist? Oh, in our minds it does, yeah.
Where it began. Let's start there.
Alright.
So this whole theory stems from a PhD holding profit that goes by the name of Reagans. I don't even know how you pronounce his name. Reagans.
Reagans?
Reagans on Reddit. No, to the contrary, Reddit is full of a lot of smart people, so you shouldn't just dismiss what they have to say. It started as a joke. I'm not kidding. This guy, so his story came from his parents were telling him this theory, as a kid. And as he grew older, he started to look into it, and he was like, something doesn't add up here. and that's how we got here. So
Alright,
let's continue. So how can a whole country be a hoax? So the theory is not theory, sorry, I can't say theory.
Yeah,
it was invented by Japan and the former Soviet Union.
Whoa.
So it weaves in the Japanese fishing routes, the Nokia phones, and the Trans-Serbian Railway to prove that Finland isn't real. So regardless of what we see from space, doesn't matter what we see, the landmass that we believe to be Finland doesn't exist.
Alright.
It just doesn't.
Sure.
As you can see here, I got Putin and the flag here just to demonstrate supremacy. Is everyone following?
Yep, sure.
Alright, so here we go. We've got a bit of thing here. So the notion goes that the two nations created Finland, so the Soviet Union and Japan, so that Japan could fish the sea without, repercussions and, without environmental complaints. So the fish are caught and then shipped via the Trans-Serbian Railway from the Eastern
Siberian.
Russian coast. Siberian, sorry, my
Yeah.
bad. Eastern Russian coast of Japan under
I wasn't
the
going to pick him up on it. I
skies.
was going to let him continue. You broke his
Well,
flow
you
now, Alex.
Yeah, you know what? You fucked me up, you know? Hang on, let me
Yeah, I thought you said this was bulletproof. This is nothing. Nah, keep going.
Just because I can't read, you know? But yeah, so they're pretty much disguising everything under the Nokia brand.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, this is why Nokia is the largest Finnish company.
So I got a question for you then. Does that mean Nokia is just a shell company? It doesn't exist?
100%, yeah.
Shit.
Well, it probably exists, but, like, it's...
But it's just a shell for tax purposes. That's the
Yeah,
only reason.
right.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
I think I go into some shit later on, but, you know, I can't remember. I just whipped this up real quick, but it's bulletproof. That's beside the point.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, even in Japan, like, there's fuck all people that own the phones. So why is there so many Nokia phones going to Japan?
Fuck, that's actually a good point.
Doesn't add up.
That's a good point.
Doesn't
The
add up.
Nokia. So what you're saying is Nokia phones is a metaphor or like is a cover for fish.
It's a cover. It's a cover for fish. Illegal
Okay.
fish. Well, not illegal. To them, it's not illegal, but
Yeah.
to what we might
It's a
deem
front
to
for their
be
fishing.
morally wrong,
Mm-hmm.
they deem to be morally right because they're all wow-hungry, killing bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Let's continue.
Well, maybe some of them. I don't know about all of them, mate. I get where you're coming from, but...
Yeah, and although Finnish people exist, well, they don't realize they don't exist, alright? So, like, because they're a part of, like, all these different subsections of I think, yeah, Estonia, Sweden, and parts of Russia. So, even though it's called Finland, they're just subsections of those other countries, but they've just formed it into one,
Right.
you know, but, you know what I mean.
Mhm.
It says it there if you don't understand what I'm saying. Alright,
I get it.
And then this is the crib of the crop here. So the name, right? Why did they pick the name Finland?
Oh.
Well, it's simple. The country was already made for fishing. What do fish have? Fins. The theory is basically selling itself. Like, what more can I tell you? Like, it's rock solid.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And like you may ask, like, surely countries around the world know about this. So, like, you know,
Yeah.
well, let me tell you, young listeners, the answer is staring you right in the face. At first, everyone went along with it because Japan and Russia were getting along, but over time, Finland became much more than a simple placeholder name of a hidden section of ocean. It became an ideal.
All right.
Continue.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, you know, if I haven't done enough for you, no real country could consistently place first education, healthcare, gender equality. Come on, who's placing first in that? No one. National stability, and it's the least corrupt government in the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, don't read into it because you're gonna find fuck all. I have everything you need here. All right. All these facts have been checked. It's a concept for countries and people to aspire to. This whole thing is outlandish. I'm telling you. Thanks for listening.
Oh, that was good. Round of applause.
Thanks for
Jesus.
listening.
That was unreal.
Now, if that didn't convince you, just go check Reddit for yourself.
Not Wikipedia.
Do you know what? My favorite thing is that so there's one crucial fact that you missed out on that, which I'm not going to debunk. I'm actually going to benefit your argument here.
Please, yes. Sorry, it was a bit of a rushed concept idea. No.
So, Finland, right? There is when it comes into like European, what's it called? Like Finland's population is quite small, right? It's about 5.5 million, roughly. When you take into consideration population census, right, in Europe and across the world, there's a margin of error, right?
Ah.
There's a margin of error. It's like I think it's like 1 to 2% roughly. I mean, take into consideration. I think it was the let me find it. Finland.
I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Oh, okay.
Census.
Thanks for the heads up.
Margin.
Tell me when I can stop.
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Stop streaming.
So, all right. So, government. So, why Finland doesn't exist? All right. This is where I knew this didn't exist. Right.
Okay.
So, the biggest thing that you could have put into that would have lent to your argument and would have been case closed. Right. Right at the end is this one thing. Right. So, there's roughly there's 7.125 billion humans. Right.
Mhm.
7.125 billion humans. And there's like roughly 5.5 to 6.5 million Finns. Right. So, if you put that into 7.1 billion people, that's like less than 1%, it's like 0.9%.
Fuck all.
Right?
Yep.
So government censuses have a error rate of, roughly 1%. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the planet is 99.9% of Finns, basically. And there's a, 1% margin of error of at least a margin of error of at least 1%. So there is a 50-50 chance, statistically, according to the world government, which is readily available information, there is a 50-50 chance that Finland straight up doesn't exist. Even the people that live there don't realize they don't exist. 50-50.
This is insane.
Yeah. 50-50.
I'm telling you.
What the fuck?
That's the nail in the coffin. Finland
Jesus
doesn't
Christ.
exist. I'm about it.
I thought my theory last week was bulletproof. This is ridiculous.
Right, when you make a presentation, it's bulletproof.
Yeah. Fucking hell, mate.
Certified peer-reviewed, mate. That's what that is.
Honestly,
Peer reviewed. What, peer reviewed by us now on stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
And all the
100%,
viewers?
I believe it. I
All
believe
the
it.
viewers as well. Hashtag no to Finland. Yeah, very good, Vala. That's good.
I believe it.
To be fair, I've never met someone who's Finnish. Never.
I have.
Oh, well.
No, sorry, no, they weren't Finnish. I don't know what they were.
They believed they were finished. They
believed they
were
were Finnish.
they were indoctrined.
Fuck,
But
bro.
it's a pretty like it makes sense.
It's strange because it really kind of makes a lot of sense.
But like even if it like at this point it almost does exist because they've just become that.
I see what you're saying. Like,
But,
even if
like,
it
they
didn't,
weren't-
it would
but
now.
they're not technically that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
theoretically, they're not actually Finnish.
I mean, you could debate it in the same sense of like the whole Palestine and Israel conflict. It's a similar sort of
Let's
boat
not get
without
into
the wars.
Politics, all right? Let's not get into politics. That's for another episode.
Yeah, that's it. We'll save that for maybe 5-6 episodes down the track when we run out of. I'm all about the All Blacks.
The All Blacks. Mate, live in Australia, don't even follow the Wallabies. Shame on you.
Yeah, I'm just taking the piss, bro.
Alright.
It just
I
sounded.
was like, am I going to have to roll up our sleeves here now and we have to go to town?
Nah, mate, never. Nah, fuck
I'm
it,
a
LB.
big fan of the rugby.
You are.
You
You're
watch
not.
Not a big fan of rugby?
Do you watch it?
Well, I'm a life member of my local rugby club, so.
there you go.
I don't know.
You're too
I
funny.
don't watch any sport though. To be fair, I can't. I can't even watch
actually-
motorsports.
I find it more interesting than NFL,
Hmm.
but I watch more NFL than rugby.
Yeah.
NFL's more entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's more entertaining, but in terms of just sport, like agility and whatever, like rugby is fucking better. There's so much
Yeah, it's
more to
unreal.
rugby than NFL.
There
Yeah.
is.
And I met a few English people; they fucking love it.
Yeah,
Like,
rugby's big.
They live and breathe that shit.
Yeah, it's really big in
Rugby's
England from what I
huge.
hear.
Well,
What-
rugby and
what-
cricket, they both started in
Yeah.
England, so.
And they have like the big tournaments in rugby that go around Europe. I forgot what it's called.
You mean the World Cup?
No, it's not the World Cup. It's something else. It's like I don't even know what
World
it's
Rugby
called.
Cup.
Maybe it is. I don't think.
WRC?
It's called.
Are we talking about rally championships now?
Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
They just drive around with a rugby ball in the car.
so that's basically it. The WRC is just. This is my theory for tonight. The WRC is just rugby players in rally cars.
Oh, everyone's been getting it wrong the whole time. It's just
You
they're
know-
filming them on the way to the game.
They're filming that they're in a hurry. Basically, what they do is they don't let them catch a plane, so they have to rally across Europe to get to their game.
Fuck, that makes sense.
I had I was looking into the theory that I don't know if you guys follow F1, but there's Mick Schumacher.
Mm.
He's Michael Schumacher's son,
Mhm.
and I was thinking that he might actually be a clone
I knew you were going to go there. I knew you were going to
Like,
go there.
when did you ever hear of Mick Schumacher, like the son of Michael? I never heard of him until he started racing.
Yep.
He looks
True.
fucking exactly the same.
True. They realized that Michael was never going to race against. They cloned him.
Yeah.
Fuck. That's
And apparently his stats are really similar to his dad's. In terms of like where he began and shit.
that's just the plot to Metal Gear Solid, bro. Like, they start cloning like the top guy. That's
Top
genius.
athletes.
Insane. You know, I believe
They've
it.
probably been doing it for years.
Surely cloning's a thing now. Like all these tests and labs and
Well,
shit.
they've cloned.
They've cloned a sheep, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a couple of years back they did. Yeah.
They've cloned a sheep. They just struggle with cognitive thinking. Is the hard thing.
That's why they do
Yeah.
it with races.
And don't they? I mean, they don't.
Don't need
clone,
cognitive thinking,
organs,
you just
do
need-
they?
Huh?
They don't clone organs, do they? Or they just artificially make them now?
Oh, yeah.
Trying to
Um,
artificially.
I think
make
they're
them.
artificial. Yeah, they're making them in labs.
Yeah.
Artificial organs.
Yeah, you can buy artificial organs, and like, well, it's more so along the medical stream for. It's. I mean, if we're gonna go into conspiracies here, not that I believe this, but like, there's a lot of talk on the internet that the theory is that the big drive to create these artificial organs is not so much for the public, but more so to keep the elite
Right,
alive.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that's
no,
not much of a
well,
conspiracy. That's
Well,
pretty
no,
like.
who else
that's
is gonna be able to-
pretty tame.
No one else is buying them.
Yeah, who else is going to be able to afford it?
Yeah.
Well, definitely not Americans because they don't have free healthcare.
Yeah. Oh yeah. At Americans. There you
Fuck
go.
America.
At least in Australia, we have free
Dude, our
healthcare.
country is so. I think they've been protesting pretty hard trying to get a minimum wage.
In America, yeah.
Like a set minimum wage.
Oh,
It blows
yeah.
my mind that they don't have. I mean, obviously, coming from a place of privilege here in Australia, like free healthcare, minimum wage, you know, I would say not corrupt governments, but we'll talk about that later.
Hey, it's the episode for it.
The episode for it. It is the episode for it. It still blows my mind. Like, it's for a country that has been
But it just
on top of the world leader for so long.
Yeah.
it worked at the start because it was a simple fact of we're not going to pay employees. They can make their own money through tips, and we make all the profit.
That's
So it
insane.
was just
Capitalism.
they just keep making money, and that it worked. But now it's like
It's like people are like, we want to actually be paid for the job that we're doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even if they got minimum wage, it would benefit the whole fucking
Hmm.
country. Like,
It'd benefit the economy.
because then everyone can fucking spend money. Like
That's the thing. Everyone's
just
looking at
rich
Australia
people
like
saying
they're
rich.
handing out money. They're handing out money during COVID. Rah, we're in the biggest debt ever. Rah, rah, rah. And it's like, well,
that
that
doesn't
really-
mean shit.
that doesn't mean
man.
shit. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
I mean, we were in massive debt before COVID, and like the debt that we've added on is marginal. And that's another political topic that I'm not going to
How
get into.
weird
But
is it that we can't just print money? Like, it just fucks up the economy.
well, you can. Nigerian
you can.
governments have done it, and they've driven themselves into the ground. Venezuela.
Yeah.
It is more profitable to use Venezuelan money to make purses and handbags and then sell them to the US for US money than it is to use Venezuelan money as money.
Makes sense. That's insane.
They printed money so much. They're like, yeah, we'll just print money. They printed money so much that like a loaf of bread became like 1 million Venezuelan, whatever it is, pesos. I don't know.
It's the same with like Zimbabwe and shit. Like they've got like $1 billion note or whatever, or $100 billion note, and it's literally like 20 cents.
It's crazy.
Insane. But hey,
I'm pretty
everyone's a billionaire.
Pretty sure we have an economist in our chat as well, lurking around there.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. How about that, huh?
It's
Yeah.
a man-made concept. I pay with leaves.
Well, you can make tea with leaves, so that's a good thing.
money is just
Not
a bunch
with
of numbers on a
tarot
screen that we've validated.
That's it.
When we moved from trading gold and that kind of stuff, and ultimately that was what was going to be the thing. You ended up having someone that had all the gold, so they're like really rich. They give money to people to create a barter system, et cetera, et cetera. There's only so much. There's only finite natural resources that we can actually barter with. So like money is going to exist regardless
Yeah,
of.
and now we got fucking crypto that's just broken. I don't
Crypto's
know how it hasn't.
insane.
I don't know how it hasn't become illegal yet.
China made it illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it fucking should be. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, so Ethereum. So there are a lot of cryptos that don't make any sense, and I 100% agree with
Mm.
you on that. But there's things that like Ethereum, Bitcoin, sort of. Bitcoin works on the blockchain, which is like every Bitcoin that exists is actually a string of code, and there can only be so many strings of code, and that's why it's worth so much. And the same as Ethereum. So Ethereum is actually is skyrocketing at the moment in regards to Bitcoin. It's like catching Bitcoin. So if you're going to invest in crypto, I'm not an economist, but Ethereum is where you want to invest, because when you purchase an Ethereum, you buy, like I said, an existing string of code, and that code is actually working on particular algorithms. So it's actually there are like Dogecoin. It's fucking bullshit. It doesn't do anything. It's just a meme
like-
coin.
Yeah.
The simple concept to me that just burns in my mind is that how can it be a form of payment when the shit fucking changes by 80% in overnight or in a minute? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how can you go from a loaf of bread being $1 to being fucking 10 grand?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's when you work into like well, it's kind of the same concept of how the Australian dollar works, right, compared to
Yeah,
the US dollar.
in using that concept, that means the price of the bread would have to change as well as crypto changes,
Yeah. Well,
right? For it to equalize.
kinda. I mean, it's the same
Not
with like
necessarily.
inflation and shit in that sense.
Yeah.
You got to take
It's
that
like so
into
like
consideration.
the cost of bread has steadily gone up, but our dollar has steadily has matched that. So like actually no, it hasn't. That's a lie. Our income has not matched the cost of living for the last 50 years, which is another economy topic that we should cover in another.
We should do an economy episode.
An economy episode.
We have an expert we
Yeah.
could probably
Can we
get
do an
on.
entire-
Finland's on top, and
Can we
Finland's
do an
on
entire
top.
episode where we talk about how good liberals are at the economy?
Sure, fucking.
Isn't Labour even worse? I don't
Well,
know.
basically, the argument is they're not.
Yeah, I'm just smack talking.
I know. No, I know.
Fuck knows.
No, we
Liberal
could
shit.
do an economy episode. We've
Get an
got we
economist
know an expert who works for the government.
Yeah, getting
Very
really?
close friend of ours. Yeah.
Keep it on the tail, man. Who secretly works
Witness
for the
instead of Witness K, it's gonna be Witness J.
Yeah,
Witness
basically.
J.
Yeah. Have to have black silhouette.
We're
comes
gonna
on his
we'll do
face.
a black silhouette about it, and we'll put a voice changer on as
Hudson's
well.
saying that it's $5 a pack of Tim Tams on Amazon.
It's fucking so.
What do we
much.
pay here? Like $3?
If that.
Yeah, something like that.
If they're on Coles special, they're like $2.
£11.50. That's 20 Australian dollars almost.
That's mental.
Yeah.
That is insane.
But think about it. If we wanted to send a pack of Tim Tams via Ozpost to the to the UK, it cost us like $70.
yeah, that's fair point.
I sent some wine, so a T-shirt and something else to Italy, and it cost me $160.
I wanted to send one VB long neck to a friend in the US, and it was going to cost me $75 shipping. Only shipping, not including
It
taxes.
still goes on weight.
Jesus.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Mental. Especially now when like everything is fucked for like trade and transport.
Yeah,
Fuck,
right.
bro. That's so expensive. Just for some
Start a
fucking bickies.
business.
For some bickies.
I'm sure the UK has like a
They
equivalent.
do.
to
They
Tim
have
Tam.
an equivalent.
Like
they
I know
do.
they've
They're
got
not the same.
digestives, which bit
When I was
shit.
in
but-
Wales and I gave them Tim Tams, they're like, yeah, we have these. Like, it
Hmm.
tastes the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. What the name was.
Digestives aren't bad if you get the standard ones and you slather them with like salted butter, like cooking butter. They're
That just
so good.
ruins the point of being. I like them. They're fucking so good.
Which
They're so
digestives you
quick.
talking though?
Like digestives, like proper digestives, not the chocolate coated ones. the
Oh,
standard
okay.
ones.
See, I'm
I
talking the
like-
chocolate ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've never been a
chocolate
fan of them
ones,
because they taste like fake chocolate.
Get in the fucking bin, you
That's why I
reckon?
don't like them. Yeah, they're not
Ban
the
'em.
best.
Ban
They're
'em.
really not. But I
Ban
mean,
'em.
they were like what, like
Oh wait, no, wait. He's
50
talking about the normal
pound?
ones. He's alright. I let him slide.
But they were legit like £50 or 50 pence for a fucking pack of digestives. I think from memory when I was there.
Mm.
4-pack Tim Tams Amazon, £22,
That's
$44.
so much money, man. So much money. Jamie Dodgers. What are they?
Jammy Dodgers. What are they?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, are they the ones that are meant to be like Tim Tams? Hobnobs
so.
as well? What is all this? What is this gibberish?
Oh no, I've had Jammy Dodgers. They're like the jam-filled
Oh,
shortbread.
yeah, they're good.
Those
they're
things
good.
are tits. They're great.
Let me have a look.
Yeah.
I love them.
we
They're like
got
jam
those,
tarts.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, I think I know.
Except we skip the top biscuit and just have a bottom biscuit covered in jam.
No, we do these. We do these.
Hudson
do.
Hudson is the go-to guy on food. I've seen him eat. He knows what he likes. He knows what's good.
If you like crumbs, maybe, or being on the sex offender.
Jesus, they're an oldie biscuit, huh?
Now, yeah, I was gonna say Mal's from the UK.
Mm-hmm. Mala's from the UK, yes.
Yeah.
Mal is is my resident UK thirst queen.
Ah, all right. She's also ours as well because Hudson's.
Yeah, I know. I
Hudson's
invited her
king.
here once, and now she's like.
She stayed, bro. She's ours
She's
now.
like, oh, she's like Australians.
Hello, to violence.
Hello, that's me.
What violence we talking about here?
How good's violence, bro? Thirst trap queen. Whatever gets you there, mate. Everyone's got to make a hustle, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she keeps trying to say that she's the biggest simp, but she hasn't spent any money on the channel yet. So.
No, she did. She donated to us last night.
You guys?
Yep.
Oh, so she spent more money on
Not
you guys
last
than she
night,
has
last
on me.
week.
Betrayed.
Yep.
Betrayed.
Yeah.
Sorry,
what
pal.
can we say? We're just top individuals.
Sorry, man. We're tops.
Right, I'll keep my my slink as my simp. That's okay.
It's alright, mate. She just owes you now. She have to donate more
I'm a
next time.
single parent. I'm poor. Mel, just remember, I do not hold this against you at all, except for the fact that you're not. Do you have VIP on my channel? Maybe not anymore.
Probably not. He's got VIP on our channel.
She gonna be a VIP on your channel?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
I just gotta wait till we're verified first.
I got a quick question.
Need more followers.
Yeah, that's it. We're almost there.
If you could be a member of any TV sitcom, which would it be? Like a character or member on that show?
I feel like going with my current repertoire, it has to be Cheers.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could. Yeah, you'd fit in Cheers. I reckon. Yeah. I mean, other than the Aussie accent, you basically just be known as that Aussie guy. But
that Aussie guy exactly in Cheers.
Hey, that Aussie guy.
Oh my god! Look at the heads on these people. I don't think I've ever seen this.
What, Cheers?
No.
Are you serious?
I'm too young, I think.
Cheers is I used to watch Cheers when I'd be sick from school.
From school, yeah.
And watch it on
Do they ever have reruns of this shit or what?
Yeah, all the time.
On
Cheers.
what channel
I reckon
was
like
on
Seven
there?
Mate or something like
I used to
The thing
watch
is that
religiously.
like if you look up that standard that poster makes it look really dated, really.
Oh
dated.
yeah,
But
it's meant to be
They're
vintage.
actually quite funny.
Yeah.
They're quite funny. It's like 80s.
Nah, 90s, isn't it?
Or late 80s, early 90s.
Oh yeah, I thought it was the early 90s.
Is it early 90s?
I don't know.
Fuck
It
me.
ran for ages. So, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it started late 80s.
Oh yeah, no, it ran from 1982 to 1993.
Oh well, there you go. Jesus.
So yeah, so the original thing would have been designed in the late 70s, which is why it looks the way it does. But it was like the popular end of it was late 80s.
That's insane. Cheers, huh? I don't know. What about you, Matso? What do you reckon? What's your show? 2.5 Men, surely. Charlie Sheen.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout. That is a good shout.
I know
I
you.
haven't really watched many I've seen How I Met Your Mother, bit of Seinfeld. Never got into Friends. Never liked it.
Yeah, I'm not big on Friends. When I was a kid, it was alright. But
what was the guy with the black guy in the Black Family?
be more specific, bro.
I can't remember. He was like a bald guy. His name was Michael, I think. Oh, I can't remember what it was called. I used to love that show as a kid. I can't remember the name of it.
Is it a cartoon or a real show?
Nah, it's a sitcom. Like,
Yeah.
he had like a son, a daughter, his wife. I can't remember.
That's like every sitcom ever, bro. You talking about The Simpsons?
Nah, it's not Fresh Prince. Never seen that.
Oh yeah.
But I reckon 2.5 Men. I'd love to just be like.
We'll be back in a sec, lads.
Yeah, I do
like
think.
Charlie Sheen or something, just slaying.
That's a good one, man.
Doing Tiger Blood.
Tiger
Bit
Blood.
of this, bit of that.
Going out every night. Get to hang out
What
with
about
your
you?
brother. Me? I don't know, man. It's that is tricky. My wife and kids. Oh,
That's what I'm talking
my
about.
wife and kids.
Yeah.
Let me look this up real quick. 'Cause-
Right. Is
hold
that?
on. That sounds so familiar.
Yes. That's it. Who said that? Yes. He's the
Oh,
man.
with the Wayans guy.
Yes.
This
That
one.
sh-
Fuck.
show
This one was
slaps,
actually. This was
bro.
actually not a bad show.
This show, I gotta
That was
rewatch
on
this.
TV all the time.
It slaps,
Oh
man.
my
It fucking
god.
slaps.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever watch
that's the
King
one,
of
engineer.
Queens?
Oh
King of
yeah,
Queens?
King of Queens. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
a
They used to be on
little bit,
TV
yeah.
all the time as well, bro.
All the time. All the time.
the time. Far out.
Family Guy sitcom.
Yeah, well, kinda. Cartoon sitcom.
Oh fuck! I gotta rewatch this shit, bro.
Dude, I don't even know. I'm struggling to think what would be good. But like, I don't even watch that many sitcoms. No, you know
Yeah, I
what?
don't
Nah,
watch
I know
many.
what I'll be. Kramer from Seinfeld. He always had the
Kramer.
most fun. He had the most fun.
He did. He did. He may have been mentally unstable, but man, he had a good life.
That's what was so good about it. He didn't care what was going on.
Like that first episode was fucking like you just saw it all.
Of what?
Of Kramer.
Bro, he's unreal. He was unreal. That was the whole thing with it. Like, it didn't matter. Like, he didn't have any character development, but from the get-go, it was the best one. Just the most
best
interesting person.
Like
In my
just like he
opinion,
just sits like I remember he's like, got any food in the fridge?
Yeah.
Got any hair? And he just sits down and just fucking makes a sandwich.
Yeah, he's making
And he's
a
like,
sandwich.
You using it? He's
Yeah.
like putting it in the newspaper. And he like starts ripping out this magazine. Oh, it was a magazine, that's right.
Yeah.
He starts ripping out this page in the magazine. And then he goes like, I'm not done with that. And he's like, he starts licking it and he just sticks it back in.
Bro, he's unreal.
Speaking of, I haven't eaten yet. So,
Oh.
after chat, what should I get for dinner?
Alright, chat.
Come on,
big
chat.
Holy
question
fuck,
for chat.
everything's so expensive for delivery.
Let's
Since
go.
When
Do
was
Do
Macca's
you want to
like
give
$2?
us do you want to give us
Yeah, it's
like
getting pricey.
3-4 options and then we choose from there?
It's basically going to be Hungry Jack's, Macca's, Subway, or KFC. KFC being the most expensive
Just
delivery.
the fast food places.
Yeah, there's
Malice's
nothing really else around.
Chippies.
They've got like a minimum. Everything else has like a minimum $20 order plus
Yeah,
a $9 delivery, so it's minimum $30.
Ooh.
I'm the same here. Like it's just outrageous.
Hudson
Like,
says
in the
cat.
city's so
There's an
good.
idea.
And the city is like 99 cents delivery.
Trade says pizza.
Pizza?
Cat.
You get a pizza
Okay.
sub.
Cat.
You get a
Get
pizza
some
sub
Cat
from
point
Subway.
for 3 days.
There you go.
Mate,
Well,
you'll be eating.
you're
Just
saving
inside,
money.
inside of a fucking cell, mate.
Vibing.
You'll be eating, don't you worry.
Mm.
That background will
Pretty-
actually be your real background, bro.
Bit of
That will
cat.
be.
KFC.
Oh wait, I can order Uber Eats from
Yeah.
Foodland. Hello.
KFC, yeah, Hudson.
KFC's always a shout.
So
KFC's
I think-
always a shout.
I think I might have told it before, but when I was with Huddy in England,
Mm.
it was like my dream to just get chicken from like a chicken shop because there they have chicken shops,
Yeah.
like fried chicken. And I remember we were all just panging like fucking alcohol, like we've just been drinking all night. There's fucking Weatherspoons.
Mm-hmm.
I think one guy was taking like prescription drugs as well, so he was out of it. That was funny.
Sounds like the UK.
Yeah. And, we like just walk out of the Weatherspoons and I like see it. Huddy, we gotta get the chicken. Yeah, but he was like, oh, sometimes it's shit because they can be like, like a bit dangerous because it can be unsafe and
Yeah.
unhealthy to eat.
Right.
And we just walk in there, and I think one of the guys, he actually kind of looks like Ginger, just chubbier and shorter. And he was just fucked off his mind. And I remember, I just remember buying like this fucking chicken pack. What was it? I think it was like chicken strips, a burger, and fries.
Mm-hmm.
It was like maybe £5, like $10, whatever it was. Got home. I think we got like an Uber home.
Yep.
And it was the driest fucking thing I ever ate. I was
Ah.
like, Hardy, you got some fucking water? Pour some water on this shit just to moist it up.
Hydrate it, bro. Chicken shops are danger. Why are they so dangerous?
Well, in the UK, they're massive. Someone told me off last night for reheating KFC. They're like, you can't do that. That's
What?
illegal. That's against health
Bullshit.
codes. Like, what do you
Oh,
mean it's
shit.
against health? Like, what do you mean it's we nuke KFC all the time?
Yeah.
I nuke fucking raw chicken, mate.
Wouldn't go that far, but.
I cook chicken in the fucking microwave.
So is
Yeah,
it
it
in the
wasn't-
UK? Is it just like they're just really like badly like cooked?
Just bad health codes.
Oh, not look
Yeah,
after.
like,
Yeah,
he's saying,
that
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah.
Or like some of those chicken shops are just filthy.
I mean, I've only ever had like full on food poisoning once, and it was actually from KFC.
Really?
Yeah, but it wasn't because it was like dirty or anything. I'm pretty sure it was just the chicken wasn't cooked, but I was so hungry I didn't even care, and I was just like eating it. I'm like, this is the softest chicken. It's so fucking soft. It was like
So
really
tender.
juicy. I'm like, mmm.
So.
And I went to bed that night, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I woke up, and I'm like, I can't sleep. I was like, maybe I got to take shit or something.
Never had food.
Turns out I was just shitting for the rest of the night.
That's the
I
bad time,
remember
man.
that.
Yeah, it was
I
not
actually
great.
remember that.
I didn't eat KFC for a good like 3 weeks, and then I had to go back.
Can we talk about how the fuck Boris Johnson got elected in the UK? Obviously, none of us know because we're all from Australia.
Yeah.
But looking from the outside in, Boris Johnson looks like the biggest sexual predator I've ever seen in my life. How did he get prime minister in your country?
What do you mean? He's married. He can't be a predator.
Yeah.
If I could zoom right now to emphasize that, I would. Yeah, me.
Blinded by the Lord.
There's priests that are like they're bound by the oath of the church and they're sexual predators.
Yeah, but there's loopholes for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Why do you
Yeah.
think they got away with it for so long?
Hey, there's a conspiracy right there.
Here's a conspiracy that the Bible was translated incorrectly, and it doesn't say "man shall not lay with man" because the actual Hebrew translation is "man shall not lay with boy,"
Ah.
that this whole thing with
What?
boys getting fiddled in the church is against the Bible, and
Yeah.
homosexuality is not.
Wow.
Big
That's
thonks.
that's kind of full on. Like that's game changer, and I bet no one wants to hear it.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Of course not.
Nobody wants to hear it.
Mind you, if you see last week's episode, I'm pretty sure the Bible was correctly translated by a little
Oh,
friend
was
of mine.
Was it? What did it say, Alex? Tell me about it.
Nah, we
Tell
were
me about
discussing my conspiracy theory was that the Bible, when it was translated to English, was done by Shakespeare.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Ah, there you go.
I wouldn't doubt that.
It's the right time period. There's a lot of little evidence, little Easter eggs through it. But I
Big
won't go through it.
stonks.
I won't go through it again because these guys like poking holes in it.
Yeah.
Just because there's no evidence.
Alex with his conspiracy theory,
Yeah,
just like,
God,
stop
I was
rubbing
hoping-
holes in my ship!
So they were poking holes, mate. I think he was a little bit unprepared, you know.
Look, mate, it's
And
not
we-
my fault
and-
they didn't put glass
and
on the
we-
windows, alright?
And we capitalized on that. We capitalized.
Yeah, whatever. I still
you
think it's
are,
pretty
mate.
cool.
You're cool.
Is it just me, or is like food delivery getting more and more expensive?
It is definitely getting
It's
more and more expensive.
$5.99. It used to be free to get
And how much?
Macca's delivered.
And what are you ordering?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I feel like
I think the chat was saying KFC, so I don't know.
KFC is at least. I know it's the most expensive, but I know it's going to be the same price every time, and I don't feel like I'm being shafted. You know?
Mm.
How much they charge for a Zinger box on Uber Eats? Like $16, $17.
No.
It's the same.
It is torrential weather outside. Sorry.
Yeah, it went past us real quick as well.
Yeah.
That's what I got before. So I was telling you about the thunder. That's
Yeah.
what I got. It was like big thunderclaps and then like 10 minutes of rain, and that's it. But now it's like torrential.
Wow, okay.
Um,
Can't wait for that.
No, it's normal price for a Zinger box, but then it's $9 delivery.
That's not too bad considering where you live, mate.
Or considering the KFC is literally 5 minutes down the road.
Well, alright, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
pretty bad.
you know KFC do it in the app now, right?
Yeah,
It might be cheaper.
it's the same price.
Oh, okay, never mind, forget it.
But I can get like good deals through the app. So like good
You're
Ah.
just
food
better
deals.
off like ordering it and then just picking it up and then just fucking off.
Yeah, but I'm on stream now. I can't go and
Can't
I
do
can't
that.
leave you, boys.
Alright, yeah, I know, but I'm
Yeah,
just saying.
yeah. And do you know how many wines I've had so far?
Oh, you know
Jesus
what you
Christ.
could do? You know what you could
That
do?
can't stop you.
Just do the
It does. I lost my license for that before.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Now, all you do, you get your Discord up on your phone, and while you're in the car, just driving down, just be like, yeah, mate, just in case.
We've had friends do that, like we'll be in Discord, and then you just start hearing like fucking
I've done
car
that.
noises.
Yeah.
Then you start hearing gym noises. You like hear someone, ugh, oh, you're like, what the fuck is that? Someone lifted weights in the background.
There's another awesome stream that I've been on called Bar Talk. That's
Bar
very
Talk.
similar, like a podcast kind of thing.
Mhm,
I recommend you guys look into it to
Yeah,
get some,
definitely.
like, get a feel of how they run things.
Mm.
And they have a call-in system. So any one of the viewers that wants to jump in, they jump into the call-in channel and they drag them into the stream.
Oh,
Well,
sick.
we're gonna like do that sort of thing, like have some
Yeah.
people on.
We were thinking
Yeah.
that. We just didn't have any people to do it, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Acknowledge my question, top individuals. What was the question? Let's go back.
Is it coming home? It is coming home. It's coming home. It's coming home. I'm assuming he's talking about football.
Jesus, probably.
Um,
Very
I think
good, mate.
I can't
They've got
remember
an $8 bucket at the moment at KFC on
bucket.
Tuesdays. Yeah, so you can either get for
Oh,
$8,
okay.
you can either get 5 pieces of original recipe.
Yeah.
You can get 8 wicked wings, which I feel like is a bad deal because there's fuck all meat on wicked wings.
Yeah.
10
So
original
good,
recipe
though.
tenders. 18 nuggets plus 3 dipping sauce. So
Uh-huh.
it's almost the 24 nugget deal.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost the 24 nugget deal.
How much?
Yeah, that's your 4 options. So 10. I feel like the best deal is going to be 10 tenders or 18 nuggets.
Mhm. How much?
$8.
Oh, that's,
Not including delivery.
that's a bargain. Just get
Yeah.
2 of them.
True. Stonks.
Fucking
I'll tell you
smart.
what, I'll come pick one up later as well.
There you go.
I might get 10 original recipe tenders and then get a zinger burger on the side because then I get my burger plus tenders.
Get the burger, bro.
I
Get
wish
the
we did more
burger.
kebabs here. Like,
Yeah, there's not enough kebab places around, man.
Like when
Not
I
good
was in
ones,
Italy,
anyway.
Kebabs Central,
Yeah.
and they did it was like pizzas, kebabs. They did fucking everything.
Yeah.
There's heaps in the city, man. There's heaps in the city.
Yeah, but
like-
they're all kind of shit.
Fuck me.
Yeah, they're all cheap.
But they're different. They're kebabs. The ones I had was like shredded meat,
Yeah.
and it was just like, and they just packed it, and it was like 2-3 euros.
Oh
Fuck.
god, dude! I used to work at a
Fuck.
fish and chip shop.
yeah.
shop. Ethelton Takeaway. It's not run by the same people anymore, but it was fucking delicious. They used to have this thing, so I would come in hungover as fuck to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hungover as fuck to
What you
work.
do?
And they had this gyros or a kebab, gyros kebab, same
Mhm.
thing really. And it was called the Big M.
Mm.
Okay,
Big
it
M.
was gyros meat,
Mhm.
pepperoni. I think it had steak meat in it as well, and then it was covered in mozzarella and barbecue sauce, and like it was just the biggest cholesterol fix you could ever get. But I would eat that, and within 15 minutes after finishing it, I wasn't hungover anymore. I was not.
Jesus.
It was phenomenal. I
That's
think there was sausage in there as well. It was great.
insane. That just sounds so heavy.
It was so heavy, but
But
it's like the
it
kind
would
of thing,
definitely soak up your,
exactly.
your hangover.
Exactly. It's like I would rock up like 15 minutes early for work. I'd be like, I need one, and they'd cook it up. I'd sit there and just scoff that, and then by the time I was ready to work, I was prime time.
Yeah,
Good to go.
yeah. Fuck. It's insane.
Yeah, we have doner kebabs, Hudson. Yeah. They're just called kebabs, or we call them. So Australia has a very high population, or especially South Australia has a very high Greek population.
Mm.
So
I can attest
in
to
Greece
that.
they're called gyros. So or a gyro, like it's a G-Y.
So, yeah, I can
It's still
explain
pronounced
this.
gyros, isn't it?
I can explain this.
Go for it, Alex. Let's go.
Allow me.
Our
Okay.
formal correspondent. for
Now, the reason they switch between the word Euros and Gyro is because they are literally the same in Greek as they are pronounced Gyros. Because
Yep.
the Y and the G is literally the same letter, so it's the same. But I don't know. We call them Euros here. I think Melbourne call them Gyro. It's
I've
whatever.
never heard gyro.
Anything else on the East Coast, like Sydney or Brisbane,
Yeah.
they're all kebabs.
Yeah, they mostly just call them kebabs
But
now.
kebabs
It's
are
easier.
different things, right? To me, kebabs are different things.
Well,
it's more of a Lebanese type thing,
Well,
right?
Yeah.
that's the big thing. So kebab. So a gyros typically has vegetables and stuff, and it has like extra stuff, like local produce.
Mm.
Really, it's local produce. It's like typically lamb as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
well,
traditionally
it-
they're also meant to have chips in them. Funnily
Yeah.
enough.
Oh,
Exactly.
fucking the best. When I was
So
in Greece, the chips and the gyros. Oh,
But like a kebab is typically a primarily meat. Like it's all meat
Yeah.
usually.
Yeah. It's usually just
as
meat and a bit of
opposed to-
falafel
like-
or something.
yeah,
Exactly.
Like when I've had a kebab, it's like chunks of meat. Where you have a gyros, it's shredded. Like
Yeah.
would you
It's
call it
thinly shredded. Yeah.
Like because it's they chuck it
Doner
on the
meat,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
It's doner meat. Yeah.
Doner meat.
It's
But,
lots
yeah.
of thin slices of meat on like a it would usually be, but now it's just like a big fucking
Yeah.
chunk of
Yeah. It's normally just chunks and
processed
chunks
meat.
and chunks of meat. But
If I
traditionally it
if
was
I
on a
had
spit.
if I compare the Greek, like being in Greece to here, I'd give the Australian one a 2 out of 10.
Yeah, they're garbage here.
And the Greek gyros a 10 out of 10.
Well, that's like
it's
sushi.
fucking-
Like once you've been to Japan and had proper
Yeah, that's
sushi,
what
you
I've
come
heard
back
as
here,
well.
it tastes like cardboard.
Yeah.
It seriously does.
I don't even like sushi that much anymore.
Go to Japan and try sushi. Sushi
Yeah.
in Japan is
The only
way
one I like
different.
is tuna sushi, just because I like tuna.
Yep.
Unreal.
It's just westernized here. That's why.
Sashimi in Japan. Oh my god, dude.
I have to go,
Oh
mate.
my god.
I have to
Yeah,
go.
I'm going as soon as borders open. I'm going. I'm fucking off.
Yeah. I've never
Literally
been,
taking
so
2 weeks and going.
done. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
I'll go with you, mate.
Lock it in.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah,
What's some-
You know how many people have said that? Like it's going to be the biggest
Yeah.
boys trip in the history of boys trips.
Whole
Legit,
fucking
right?
plane. Whole
Yeah,
fucking
the whole
plane.
Oh,
plane.
well, everyone's
We
just
when the
drinking.
plane starts, and I'll get up and be like, "Welcome everybody to the Drunken Ginger Japan trip. As you know, we're flying Qantas today, and international flights have free alcoholic beverages, so make the most of that, boys."
Hey, well, we do
Everyone's
know a
just throwing
pilot.
up.
We do know a pilot.
Ooh.
Sal.
Yeah, what are we gonna fly?
Sal is
Cessna, single
technically,
prop?
yeah. Sal is technically a pilot.
Single prop. I think we'll make it to Fiji at best.
Yeah, maybe
That's
if we're
good
lucky.
enough. Fiji's fine.
Take me a few trips.
Yeah, we will have to stop in. We'll have to fly from Adelaide to Darwin and then Darwin to Fiji.
Yeah, yeah.
we can do that.
It'll be a long trip, but we'll work it.
Worth it.
But
Worth it. Sal will be sober as fuck, and we'll be lit in the back of the plane.
Yeah, well, he doesn't drink very often anyway, so there you go.
That's fine.
No, I was going to say, just because we're sort of coming towards the end of the podcast, I wanted to talk about this Friendlyjordies shit that I don't know anything about.
Ooh, okay.
Apparently, he's in the news a lot lately, and I keep seeing
Yes.
it on Facebook. So, bit of background. Friendlyjordies is a Facebook comedian. He's very popular in Australia, but he's also very political.
commentator.
Yes.
Political commentator.
Oh, yeah, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, go on. That's all I know about it.
So, all right, yeah. So, Friendlyjordies is a political commentator / journalist in Australia who is hell bent on bringing down the Liberal Party, and he's very pro Labor. So, Australian politics. A little bit of background for you. Australian politics is Liberal is pro big company, so pro big money. Typically they're seen as good at saving money.
Yeah.
In the past, that's
Very
not so much the case
economically
anymore.
minded.
Supposedly very
Yes.
economically minded. Whereas Labor in Australia is very spending. So they will spend on infrastructure, they'll spend on public services, like they'll spend on good stuff usually. But they're more so about small business and the blue collar worker, which is really realistically what makes the country run. So the big thing at the moment is there's a lot of corruption in Australian politics, and Friendlyjordies has been exposing that. Who would have thought? I know. Friendlyjordies has been exposing that, everything from deforestation in New South Wales. So like Australia has massive amounts of forests, like beautiful, beautiful forests, especially in Queensland and northern New South Wales. Massive deforestation where basically the government is culling koalas, literally culling them.
Oh, wow.
Like cutting down massive amounts of forests, and then like koalas have nowhere to live, and they just end up. They're like, yep. Well, they cut down the forest. They bulldoze the trees with the koalas in them, effectively.
Jesus.
It's pretty hardcore. The government's not necessarily doing that, but they're allowing companies to do that.
Yeah.
So the big thing was, Friendlyjordies did a video on Gladys Belrican, which is our New South Wales Premier, calling her the koala killer, which is not necessarily not the truth. And then he took aim at the what is he? Is he a state premier? Is he?
Who?
Fucking what's his face? I can't even remember his name now.
They're all the same to me. So.
That guy in the suit, yeah.
The guy that is in Mario. That guy. Hang on, I just need to quickly look it up.
Yeah, go on.
He is so inconsequential that I don't remember his name. All right. John Barilaro. John Barilaro.
Okay.
That's who he is.
Yep.
Anyway, so he has been taking aim at John Barilaro, who is rife with corruption.
Okay.
To the point where he has been like, people have been like lashing at him, and they're like, "Oh, it's just because I'm Italian. It's just because I'm part of a small culture in Australia." Just so everybody knows, some of the biggest cultures in Australia is Italians and Greeks. They are like the largest, like not like white English culture in Australia. Anyway, he hides behind that while individually defrauding his community. There is evidence. There is like actual evidence that he defrauded the Italian community to get where he is and what he wanted.
Yeah, right.
So Friendly Jordies did a video on him, likening him to Mario. Because Italian Mario, and taking the piss out of him because, as Alex has said, he's a comedian. He's also a journalist. And it went to the point where they rocked up to. So they have been they've been pushing the envelope a little. I'll admit that. They rocked up to a university dinner sponsored by John Barilaro, and because John Barilaro's attorney served them a notice that they were going to sue, so they rocked up to discuss it, and they got thrown out. They did also rock up in Super Mario attire. He rocked up as Luigi. Anyway, it's comedy, political, journalism, chases. Nothing like nowhere near as bad as something like a current affair would do. Like rock up to someone's house and
just berate
aggressively
them,
aggressively interview them,
do a stakeout outside their house.
Long story short, Friendlyjordies producer Christo Lanka was walking home from. There's a video on this as well, which I can give you guys the link to if you want. Was walking back to his car from a university lecture that he attends every single week. And as he was walking past, he happened to notice John Barilaro at his car. Like, just saw him in the street. Happened to notice him at his car. He's like, "Oh fuck, that's John Barilaro." Now, Christo Lanka also had on him the subpoena that they'd been served, the documentation that had been served, because he was on his way home. He took it to university with him, and he was documenting it while he was at university. He was taking it home to continue documenting it. And so he approached John Barilaro, saw him, started filming immediately, approached John Barilaro and went, "Hey, you're trying to sue us. You're trying to sue my boss, rah, rah, rah." John Barilaro ignored him, jumped in the car, drove off. Long story short, John Barilaro then went to the police and issued a statement that he was being stalked, that this person followed him to a state funeral, followed him from the state funeral, followed him for 200 meters, rounded the car and attempted to continue talking to him at the through the window of the car. When if you watch the video, literally he walks up, John Barilaro gets in the car, he drives off. It's like a 35-second video, or maybe a minute tops. Right? Anyway, this leads to a not just police response, a secret counter-terrorism unit arriving at Christo Lanka's house, arresting him, and the police that initially started the arrest, Christo Lanka went on record and said they were totally fine, they were just doing their job, they're doing what they're told, right? He then, Christo Lanka goes, "All right, I want to he goes to hand his phone to his mum. This counter-terrorism officer barges through the two police officers and Christo Lanka, knocks over his mum, and nearly kills his dog, his elderly dog, to take the phone back and claim that he's trying to hide evidence. And then, it becomes a YouTube phenomenon. And my favorite part is Friendlyjordies has managed to find the lawyer, the same lawyer that is representing Witness K, if you guys know much about Witness K, which is the ATO whistleblower. The same lawyer who's on Four Corners, and he is like he's a lawyer for the Afghan investigations. He's a lawyer for Witness K. Like he's big time,
right?
So it's going to be a very interesting next couple months.
Fuck me, that is insane.
I seriously recommend.
How do I not know anything about this?
Because the mainstream media is not reporting on it.
Yeah,
the
no
Guardian
shit.
is. That's it. ABC is.
Yeah.
And that's it. It was very, very downplayed.
Wow.
Well, you've heard it here now, so it's going to be going big soon.
Yeah.
It's
Top
gonna
individuals. We reported it first before the Australian media. No
Before
one knew
the
about
Australian
it.
media.
We are the media.
Sorry, I need to cool down now. I get very heated about that.
Yeah, that's insane, man. I can't
A
believe
lot
that.
of people don't agree with Friendlyjordies and the way
Yeah.
he goes about it, but there's also a lot of people that are like, I don't agree with him, but that was government overreach.
No,
that was
100%.
massive government overreach.
Like I've always thought he was a bit of a bit of a dickhead, like the way he does some
But
things.
that's YouTube,
But
isn't it?
exactly, you do things for views. Like
What sells?
Exactly.
fucking what's his name?
If you take-
Like any fucking YouTuber really does the same sort of shit. But
If you take out all the clowning around it and actually just look at the information that he provides,
Yeah.
he provides a very good insight, like very obviously one-sided insight.
Yes.
He's very pro-Labor, but he provides a lot of very good insight into politics and
Yeah.
how like
he's very smart.
he goes comedy and then he goes information.
Mm.
Comedy, information, comedy, information. And
Yeah.
if you just cut out all that comedy and just take the information, it's all well researched, like well documented information, and it's
Yeah.
very, very good.
No, absolutely. But like even
So-
like this whole situation, like if all that's what's happening, like that is literally like that's fucked. Like you
Oh,
can't
and there's
do
more to it than that as well.
Fucking
Like
governments,
this is
yeah.
only one example of government overreach. So
Jesus Christ.
we don't even need to get onto Christmas Island, right?
Jeez.
We don't even
Yeah.
need to
Ooh.
touch on
Yeah.
that topic.
Don't want to hear it. Keep them there.
Woo! Well, thank you for everybody for coming tonight.
Yeah. Hey, he's worked out our trick. Boy. Fuck.
Alright.
Nah,
Thanks
but
for having me, lads. I appreciate
yeah.
it.
Nah,
that's
as
great.
always, man. Thank you for joining. Like, it's been nice having
It's been
you.
great to actually be on time for one of these.
It's all good, bro. It's nice. It's nice to have you and be able to talk
His
shit with
sleeping
someone a bit
schedule
different every
must
now
be
and then.
a bit
Yeah.
out of whack, so it's all good.
Yeah. Nah, it's been good, and it's nice to be doing a stream with also some of your viewers. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's just a big community now. We're all a big family.
Big community. That's exactly it. All right, I'm going to order this KFC before I forget and before they
keep that
close.
shit.
Good
Keep that
idea.
shit.
All right.
Let's close it up.
Let's
Thank
wrap
you all
it up.
for watching, coming in. Hopefully see you next week.
Mhm.
Alex, do your honors, please.
Yeah. But I don't even know. What are we doing next week? Are we doing anything? We don't have anything planned?
I actually don't know if I'll be here next week.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Jake will be back, and I think he'll be doing a conspiracy, to be honest.
Conspiracy, yeah, it's his turn
So,
to do a conspiracy.
Yeah, we'll
If he has
see.
time and shit.
Yeah, Matso may not be here, but that's okay. I'll see if I can get a fill-in.
Good
We'll
night,
work something
Hardy.
out.
It's always a pleasure, man.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Thank you all for watching, and peace out.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. You're looking at the end credit screen right now. As always, it's usually right at the end of the video. What a surprise. Anyways, if you're on YouTube watching this way later, there'll be some buttons, left and right, maybe up and down. I don't know, I changed my mind a lot. Either way, please enjoy. Thank you all so much for watching. To our live chat, we love you immensely. We do this for you. Keep it up, proud of you. Mwah.